there. So today we're going to talk about the world card reversed. And the reason for this, it's funny. As a longtime experienced tarot reader, I know how to read reversals. I sometimes read reversals. I very often look to the situation and see which position and which card it is. But I know that there are many tarot readers out there, both experienced and new, that don't feel comfortable reading reversals, that don't do it at all, or that's just not their thing. So no judgment, no expectation. If you use reversals, great. If you don't, that's great too. You do you. But I'm going to talk to you about the world reversed today because it came up for me in a reading recently, actually a reading that I did personally for me. And that was the card that really my eyes kept going to. That was where I felt like I was trying to dig deeper and get more information. And literally, I sat with it for days. I sat with it for a few days. And then it hit me, I got to do a video about this. I have to share this because as a teacher, as a reader, I feel as though I am on this journey with you. I want to learn, I want to teach, and I want to show you how we do it too, how I do it. So let's jump in and talk about what happened when you get a card that just doesn't sit right with you. And it's like where I thought the ending was going and what actually happened was completely not the same thing. And I just couldn't shake it. So here we go. The World card is one of the major arcanas, and it's typically seen as a card of completion. I mean, it is card number 21. There are 22 major arcana cards. It starts with the card number 0, which is the Fool, and it goes all the way up to card 21, called the Fool's Journey, and it ends here at the World. And this card is seen as, I mentioned, completion. It's integration, wholeness, expanding your horizons. It's about your voyage. It's about taking off, about really flying, success, and just worldly experience. So the symbols that we look at here, she's nude in the card. And to me, nudity is freedom. She's comfortable in her own skin. The purple ribbon that is surrounding her body is divinity. It shows that she has, really embraced and leveled up to this new place in her mind. And the green wreath that surrounds the card, the big 0, is about coming full circle. And it is a reference to the Fool, like you're coming back to, that cosmic egg, to the re-emergence, back to the beginning. There are 4 heads in the 4 corners, and those represent the 4 elements. They're also about wholeness and integration. And the red ribbons, red is passion, action, movement, and that is about the infinity symbol and about karma and just about continually moving in the direction of what is meant for you on this path. And she is dancing. Her feet are dancing and her hands are open, similar to the Fool. And it just shows that she is open and accepting of what's coming in. Now, let's reverse the card. Things get a little bit more complicated when you reverse the card because it can signify a sense of incompletion, a bit of stagnation, and feeling like something's just missing. So it's like having, say you're going on this great trip and every part of the trip is awesome, but it's that last destination, that last part of the journey that you're like, yes, I cannot wait to get there and experience that. And the world reverse is just saying you did the journey, but you didn't make it to that destination. So what the heck? So let's give some keywords with the world reversed. Incompletion, disruption, stagnations. It's symbolizing delay. And just, when the world is reversed, it feels like this dance of life is just out of sync and things just are not fitting together as you might hope or expect. It's like you're not quite there yet. And something is holding you back from reaching your goal and your full potential. So does that relate? Can you think can you relate to that? Please, let's talk about it. Share and blow. So anyway, here's a personal insight from me. When the world was reversed, it felt for me like a time to reflect on what might be missing, what I might be missing, what might be missing from my life, or where maybe I am feeling stuck or blocked. And the question is, was I the stuckness? Was I the block? It was like, there's more to this story. And if it shows up for you, like, what is unresolved? What is it that is holding you back? And interestingly, I'll just give a little extra nugget. I pulled a charm just to get a little information on it, and I got the mirror. The mirror charm is, what do we do in a mirror? We reflect, we see our reflection. So it was all about me reflecting on me. Let's point that towards you. How can you point this towards you? So this may be the universe's way of metaphorically saying, like, if we go to a movie and they have outtakes, like when the actors, flub their lines or they do something silly and then they save it and they put it at the very end of the movie. And as the credits are rolling, you can watch. It's almost like that. Like if you leave the theater before those flubs and those funny outtakes, and then you find a friend that actually saw it and you're like, oh, I missed that. I missed out on this really fun little piece. And the question is, let's go back to the world reverse. What is the piece that you're missing? What is that? Maybe you're rushing through life and they're just like a little extra insight that could give you the closure that you're looking for if you just went back and reflected on it. What do you think about that? So here's how you can work with it. If you get the world reverse, think about some ways or what areas that you might feel stagnant or incomplete in your life. Are there any projects or relationships that might need a little bit more attention? And maybe it's time to revisit maybe an unfinished chapter or find a new way to move forward. We're kind of in that time right now. It's happening all around us. So here's a simple exercise. So how about you just sit down quietly with yourself and write down some of the things that you may feel are unresolved for you, where you might feel stuck. And sometimes just acknowledging this can help you find a way to move past them. Or what about you just forgiving yourself or accepting that you did your best and stop beating yourself up for something that happened a long time ago? So I'm going to give you a journal prompt, and then I have a golden nugget for you. So don't go yet. So here's the journal prompt. What is an area of your life where you may feel like the final piece is missing? And how can you bring closure or progress to this part of the story of your life or this chapter of your life? So just like write freely, whatever comes up. There is no wrong answer. I feel like we're all kind of looking for the right answer. What if there was no right answer? Whatever your heart and your mind and the universe and your intuition is telling you, that's the right answer. And sometimes the answers are closer than we think, which brings me to my golden nugget. You ready? Here it is. Here's a little secret about the world reversed. Sometimes it's not just about what's missing or incomplete. It might be a hint that you may be overlooking a part of yourself, a hidden potential, something that maybe you've pushed down and said, nah, that's not me. I can't do that. But the universe is giving you a little nudge and saying, it's time for you to recognize your power and your capability. So if you are feeling stuck and you are feeling courageous and brave, which I am sending you good juju for that, it might be time to dig into what you can achieve and embrace that hidden strength that you didn't even know that you had. So with that, whether you're dancing with the world upright or you're feeling the twist of it reverse, remember that every card has its place. And there's a reason why you're here right now. There's a reason why you're listening, and there's a message for you. So the world reverse is just as valuable as the world upright. It's a chance to dig deeper, find clarity, and keep moving forward. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you want to work with me, if you want to find out where other places where I am and get those journal prompts, they're all in the box below. I thank you so much for stopping by today, and I cannot wait to see you the next time. Bye for now.